Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see. What does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Apparently someone has something to say. Okay, one moment, because y'all know I don't like seeing the cards before I place them. Not it. Not it. Wait. Side. 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 Wait. This is what? Oh. This is and like I said in previous readings, I'm not taking side messages until the beginning of August. And guess what, Aquarius? It is now August. So 4 cards down here for your side message after the reading. And for you right now, you currently have the King of Earth, 9 of Air, 8 of Water, 3 of Water, 6 of Water, the Child, Perception, Death and Rebirth. Okay. If it wasn't for the fact that I dropped half the deck, I don't know if you mix and match these cards, not to mention let spirit guide me before placing these cards, I would seriously think that I didn't shuffle these cards right. Because did I do the last? Libra was the last person I did a reading for. They literally had King of Earth, 9 of Air, 8 of Water, and the Child. For y'all to have 4 of the same cards out of 8, something like that I usually don't find a coincidence. Okay, but let's see, because it may have a whole different, because most chances are it has a whole different meaning for you. But anyway, let's get into your reading. I'm sorry about that. And presently you are in the King of Earth energy. I'm hearing you don't take no bullshit. You set your boundaries and you stand your ground. You're reliable, durable, have much experience. You don't take a risk for risk's sake. You actually step back and analyze the situation. Make sure it's worth risk taking. Calculate the reward you're going to get. You work within your perceived limits. If you dare to go beyond that, it's because you know you have a high chance of a success rate. So basically, Aquarius, you're not someone you're moving You are definitely moving in king energy where you do not fuck around. You know what you want, how to get it, and you do a risk assessment before making an attempt. And even when it seems like you're doing more than you're supposed to and more than you should, it's still for the outcome that you desire, because at the end of the day, there's no it's coming across as there's no possibility, there's no final outcome, there's no misstep that you didn't calculate for. And I know it seems like highly intellectual and falls more under the King of Air, but in this deck it's actually the King of Earth that actually it's like you're taking the best qualities of you as an air sign and applying it in a more stable fundamental way to get the rewards that you want, and it works out in your favor every time, if not almost every time. Like, maybe rare when things don't work out for you. And as far as the energy in your environment, you have the 9 of Air. Challenges your way of thinking. It challenges your way of thinking, the perception you take. Every once in a while you have I don't want to it's not brand new idea, because that is not entirely accurate. It's like where you're currently at now, there's something you're learning, something you're gaining. And I did say that you are highly experienced, so the more experience you gain, that could also be feeding into it too. Where you're in an environment that's made for you to learn, grow, and develop. And the more you do, the more you expand on your mindset, seeing things from an objective viewpoint. Hearing your emotions, don't play into it. And neither always does logic and reasoning, meaning you don't just see things from a mental standpoint, you don't see things from an emotional standpoint, you see if this makes sense, you take it's more of you see you see situations, even situations that involve you from an outsider's perspective. You know how to take a step back and see it from every angle, and you're in an environment that allows you to do that actually challenges you to do that. Probably what helps you move in this king energy. Now it comes across as strength, not a weakness for you. It's that you don't do what you do. You don't move the way you move for attention. You don't do it for credit. You don't do it for recognition. I'm hearing you do it for yourself, not for the sake of others. You know how people have a certain level of status and they build on that, use what they have, use what they're known for to keep on gaining attention and having the spotlight placed on them? It's the opposite for you, Aquarius. You're not falling behind anybody. You're not letting anybody's actions influence you. You're doing what you're doing. You're learning what you're learning. You're following your own path for the sake of yourself. Now, does it have the opportunity to benefit others? I'm hearing yeah, especially if what you're doing involves other people. But I don't know, it's just the way you are, the way you move, the way you carry yourself. Because you're not being self-centered. You're not being egotistical. You're just highly tuned and focused on you and what's good for your benefit. Now, if what you do, if what you say, if the level of work you put into something benefits other people around you, it comes across where that's just secondary. It's not intentional. Like, it's a good outcome nonetheless, but it's not, you don't do what you do necessarily just to help others. It's a great benefit to yourself as well. Whereas in the present moment, you have the 3 of water. You're moving in celebration, celebrating yourself. You may be happy with where you currently are in life, where you reached a personal achievement, possibly gained a promotion. I'm hearing advanced in your social circle, like people may be seeing you in a different light and acknowledging you for who you are. Either which way, no matter what you're happy about when it pertains to yourself, it's like you're living life to the fullest in the moment and appreciating yourself every day. And you're appreciative of the people that you have around in your environment, celebrating your success with you. I'm hearing you couldn't have made it without them. So yeah, like I said, you're currently in an environment that challenges you. And could it affect how you are as a king or how you're showing up as a king? Very much so, yes. The more you're challenged, the greater it makes you. Excuse me. Based on the current energy that's showing up anyway, but based on the current energy that's showing up in your reading, there's one of 3 different paths you can take based on the current energy showing up. The first being the 6 of water. This is more of a reminder than a path to, at least that's how it's coming off, to be more compassionate. To be more compassionate and patient with yourself. A simple reminder that your feelings count for something. This comes across more of, you may be having a difficulty with something. Either you're not meeting your personal goals in the time frame you set, if you're trying to have a change in career that requires testing, like if you're trying to apply as a CNA or home health aide, that requires a certain level of testing and to fulfill past certification. But if you feel, let's say for example, you failed the practice test or you failed the test the first time around, even though you studied and you worked hard within a limited amount of time, something along those lines. That's the kind of situation where you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to accomplish something or be who you want to be in a certain given time frame, or you're giving yourself a certain time limit to learn a certain skill set. It's like, be more compassionate and patient with yourself. Stop rushing. It's okay if you make a mistake. Consider your own feelings and emotions. If you feel like you're working under a clock, remember to take a pause and take a break. The more you push yourself without resting, the easier it is for you to crack. And now you're spending more time picking up the pieces than focusing on what you want your attention to be directed towards. So yeah, in a sense, with this path, Spirit is basically urging you and reminding you to take care of yourself. Take yourself into consideration if no one else is. And honestly, and some of the other readings I've done in their natural environment is sometimes someone in your environment that cares for you, looks out for you, reminds you of simple things, but in your environment it's more if you're being challenged, you're being pushed, and not so much care. Even with your strengths, it's not like you're attending to yourself, you're more focusing on your goals instead of attending to yourself. So yeah, Spirit just urging you and remind you to take care of yourself. And don't be so hard on yourself if things don't go as planned, if you're not meeting your schedule in the time frame that you want. Whereas with the child, it's coming across, the way it's saying is to keep both sides balanced. The child is typically someone who's optimistic, can achieve anything they set their mind to, doesn't mind pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries. But the child's level of optimism, it's like everything they do is within their reach. Nothing is off limits. As long as they work hard enough, they can gain what they want. But at the same time, it's asking you to stay in balance. Be optimistic, but be realistic. Work on your goal, but you can't stay up all night pulling 2, 3, 4, 5 all-nighters and expect to have a functional outcome. So, basically with this path, you're still maintaining the same level of optimism, that go-getter motivational attitude. You know what you want. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing in your path that's blocking you from the outcome that you want. But at the same time, be realistic about your current reality. If you know you have work, if you have a child, if you have family obligations, or anything else in your life that you also need to focus and spend your time and attention on, don't have so much tunnel vision that you forget about your responsibilities, while at the same time, don't let your responsibilities hinder you or slow you down from what it is you want. Keep both aspects of your life in balance. And with this path, if you resonate with this path, you can and are capable of doing that. Correction, if you resonate with this path, you already know that you can and are capable of doing that. So let's face it, Aquarius. Any of y'all are, based on your current energy, any of y'all are capable of keeping your life in balance. But not all of you are aware that you can. Last but not least, I was not expecting this card. I was not expecting this energy. Last but not least, for a path or course of action you can take, you have perception. Where you're changing your perception on a person, place, thing, or situation. If it's a place that you may frequent often, you decide not to go there anymore, but it's not out of the blue. Something had to have happened to make you see it in a different light, same as, if it's a person, place, or situation, doesn't matter which category, because for all of you it's going to be something different. It's coming across as something happened, but it's not in the recent past that made you see it in a different light. You had a different perception creeping up on you this entire time, but you failed to realize the level of impact this revelation would make. It's coming across, you're seeing something you didn't want to see, but you're seeing it for the very first time, even though this is something that's already been placed in the back of your mind. It's already been festering in the back of your mind. You just refuse to acknowledge it until this present moment. And now that you have, you can't. It's like you can't see the damage that's been done. I don't know, Aquarius. There's always something in your reading where everything is going fine, and there's that one thing is like, what the just happened? And either it's that one little thing at the whole reading, or it's that one little thing that throws off the whole reading, changes how the reading goes. Now, obviously, this does not apply to all of you, Aquarius. But for some of you, something happened in the past. It's not the recent past. It doesn't feel like the recent past, but something happened in the past that caused you to see someone, someplace, or a situation differently. You just didn't acknowledge it until the present moment. It's coming across like a truth you can't escape. You don't want to admit it. You don't want to see it, or at least you didn't in the past. But I don't know. The only thing I can say is that something new might have happened in the present moment to bring it back to the present. Because if you was already aware of this but dismissed it for a long time, and you're now seeing it again, but it feels like for the first time, something may have had to happen in the recent past. Something may have had to happen recently in the present moment to bring you back to that first time of when you notice whatever it is you're noticing now. Now again, that's not for all of you, but that is for some of you. Now, no matter what path or course of action you take, or what you can expect over the next couple of weeks, you have death and rebirth. Something is starting anew with you, Aquarius. New job, new opportunity, new friendship, new ideas. New ideas about love and romance, or you're finally growing into brand new you. Either way, something's gotta die and make way for the new. Whether it be a part of yourself you no longer need, or just an old way of thinking that no longer suits you in your present time, as it no longer suits you in this present time, as it no longer aligns with where you currently are in life. And now we're back on track. Okay, I like this for you, Aquarius. You're starting over, but it's more of a mental, emotional than a physical. For some of you, if you're changing jobs, then obviously that's something physical, but for the vast majority of you, it feels like you're changing more mentally than anything else, where you're I'm hearing some of you are molting and developing a brand new set of wings that shine brighter than the last. That's so true. Either which way, however resonates with you, there's something you're saying goodbye to. There's something you're wiping your hands clean of as you're growing into a new version of yourself. Something you may see as better. You're having a new way of thinking that's more, I'm hearing more advanced or clear-headed than what you were before. Taking taking a new objective standpoint instead of being overly rational and or under emotional. Huh. Anyway, let's clarify your reading real quick. Dang. Let's clarify for Aquarius. Let's clarify for Aquarius, please. Wait, let go or put it back? Let it fly. Right? Okay, so I don't like to see the cards before I place them. Excuse me, Aquarius, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Not it or side message? Side message. Wait. Wait, this goes where? Okay, is it air or water? Water. Okay, which one? Don't need. Wait, side message. Seriously? Okay, let's see what we have for you, Aquarius. For the King of Earth, you have victory and success. I can't make this up. Oh. Alright, with the purple border, this is over here, spiritual card, victory and success. Even your spirit guides and spirit teams are helping you along the way with whatever it is you put your mind to. Could you put your mind... You carry the energy of what it is you want. You don't let it go for nothing. Like I said, you analyze all the risks involved, and even if it seems like a risky... And this is something new. Even if it seems like a risky situation, you follow your gut intuition, and it works out for the best because even on the outside, when you seem self-assured, you still have your doubts, but just know that your spirit team or your family, they're guiding you exactly in the direction you need to go in, helping you focus and attain your heart's desire and all that you're meant to achieve. So Aquarius, even if you're doubting some things that you're doing, it does not come across that you ever doubt what you're doing. But if there are moments where you doubt internally and just choose not to show it, just know that your spirit team's got your back, and they'll be just giving you the heads up that, yeah, don't worry. You're walking in the path you're meant to go in. It's the things that you want. It's not random at all. They're things that you're meant to have. Why? Because you're walking in the energy of the things that you want. Say if you want a certain level of money, or if you want to be financially abundant, you're not stressing the money you currently have. You're walking and moving and talking and behaving like you already have it, in a sense. You already do. That's what draws it to you. With the 8 of water, you have patience and planning to the card of action. The things you do, I said that you do a meaning for yourself, but not in an egotistical, self-centered way. What you learn is for you, what you do is for you, but it's not you that you're rushing into things. Apparently, you do have patience. Say, for example, if there's a list of things you want to do or things that you want to learn, if you want to climb the career ladder, you're not rushing and jumping in heads first. Again, you do the risk assessment and wait and weigh the risks involved, see it from every possible angle, and you plan it out accordingly. What your next step should be, what you're going to learn or do first, and how long you think it's going to take you to learn or do what it is you need to do before moving on to the next thing. You have the patience and you take the time to plan it out accordingly. I'm hearing you leave nothing to chance. Now for 3 of water, you have rest and rejuvenate. With the blue board, is the mental card, but it feels like you're resting and rejuvenating, putting yourself first already. This just may be reinforcing that idea because, like I said, with 3 of water, you're celebrating yourself, your small achievements, and your personal victories. And you're appreciative of the people that want to move alongside you and celebrate your success alongside you. But with rest and rejuvenate, it's more of sit down, breathe, relax, take a nap every once in a while. Let your mind and body rest. It comes across as even when you're celebrating, you're still focused on the next thing. Aquarius, the way this is showing up for me is that your way of celebrating is sitting down, treating yourself to a nice lunch or a fun night out, but at the same time talking about or thinking about your next startup project that you may be doing the day after. That's all good and fine, but remember to plan a day, schedule a day where you're just doing nothing. Where you're, sitting down, meditating, reading a book, watching a show, exercising, doing a little bit of yoga, go to the gym, just sitting outside and feeling the sun. Have a little picnic outside with food and not worry about what you're currently doing in the present moment. That kind of rest and rejuvenate where you're just getting back to you a little bit and not what it is you're trying to do or work towards. Even though it may come up, save it for a different day. Because in the present, just relax a little bit. Sorry about that, Aquarius. Okay. For those of you who resonated with the child, it's clarified by the waiting game. It comes across where it's taking a lot longer than you expected. Where you're used to moving at a faster pace, because remember what I said with the child is you're more in balance with the realities of your current life, along with having that level of optimism if I can achieve whatever it is I put my mind to in accordance to what it is you're learning or doing. I'm hearing it's taking so fucking long. When am I going to get this shit over with? But not in the sense that you're trying to rush what you're doing. It's you're trying to rush through the mundane, boring aspects of life so you can get to what really matters, which is what the fuck you want to do. It's like, patience is a skill. Patience is a skill that not all have learned to master. And Aquarius, when it comes to this, you know how to be patient, but not so much with things that you don't want to do or lack of interest in. Because truth be told, you're interested in what you're interested in. The mundane of your life, you are not interested in that at all. And you will just want to breathe through it so you can get what matters to you. But with the purple border, this is a spiritual card, meaning slow down and take your time. If you allow it, Spirit can work with you so that way you can get the mundane done at a faster pace, but you gotta move in sync with the energies around you. Know when it's time to start, know when it's time to stop. It's not always gonna be the same day at the same time. Alright. Some of you may have already felt it when you seriously don't feel, but it's going to be hard if you have a 9-to-5 job. For those of you who don't and resonate with this, if you feel like today's not a day to work or to do the bare minimum, then go with the flow of that energy and you'll find the day goes a whole lot smoother with you, because you already know that today's not a day for work and you're moving in that energy instead of fighting against it, forcing to get shit done just to get it out the way. Whereas if you have a 9-to-5 job and you feel that I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this, this is not a day for work. Because let's be real, you even feel it with a 9-to-5 job too. Move at a steady pace for the day. If you're able to, do the work that doesn't necessarily involve interaction with other people, whether it be billing, notations, file work. I'm also hearing don't try to force phone calls, because some of them may not go your way, especially if the person, like say for example, either the person's not answering their phone and you force to leave a voicemail over and over and over again, or a long ass conversations that you know you don't want to take part in. Either way, don't try to force your way through the day. Work with the energy of slow and steady. This is not a day for serious go-getter work type energy. But again, how you do that again is different depending on the kind of job that you have and your own personal situation. Because like I said, if you have a 9-to-5 job, or it's going to be different compared to those of you who don't have a typical 9-to-5 job and you have your own days, like you can set your own days and hours. It'd be easier for you to, if you're moved with the flow of today's not a work day. For those of you who do have a 9-to-5 job, do the best you can to move with the flow of the energy around you. Is the best way I can put it as far as how Spirit has given me. Be patient with yourself and don't try to rush through just to get to what you find more important. Anyway, that is what I have for you so far, Aquarius, with the main spread. And like I said, no matter what path or course of action you resonate with most, you'll find yourself with death and rebirth. That's what you can expect over the upcoming weeks. Where something about you is going to change. Something about you is going to die to make way for something new and better. Yeah, for most of you, it is going to be your mentality, your way of thinking, your perception, being that you're being challenged constantly when it comes to the way you see and view things and your own personal perception. Anyway, what you have for your side message, upside down, one moment. You have the 3 of Earth, the Youth, Queen of Earth, and the King is on the board, and the 3 of Fire, along with triumphant success and destiny. So starting with these 4, I'm hearing work and collaboration. You can expect success and support from unexpected places. That's a strange start. So possibly the people that you least expect to help you or support you can help lead you to success, but no matter what, you are doing things your own way. It's strange the way it's presenting with the youth, the Queen of Earth, and the Three of Fire, because both the youth and Three of Fire can speak to going on your own path. The best way I can say it in the words of Spirit is that you're moving in your own direction at your own pace. Bring along those that are support you and don't try to confine or restrict you. Hearing you're moving in solitude, but at the same time, it's like, you know how children within a healthy attachment style, they are free to wander away from their parent. They feel comfortable and safe wandering away from their parent, but they still remain close to like where they can see their parent, where they can hear their parent, while at the same time going about their business, having fun, exploring, but always remembering where their parent is. That's how it's coming across for you, where you're going your own way, you're setting your own path, you're exploring, you're learning. You're following your passions and your dreams, while at the same time, the Queen of Earth is not you, it's more of someone you're attached to. No matter what direction you head and no matter what you choose to do, you know you're safe in returning to this person. Nurturing, kind, caring, supportive, reliable. They don't baby or smother you, but they do help guide your way whenever you do feel lost. Now, male or female doesn't matter. It's just they have a nurturing, caring, supportive energy. So no matter what, when you need help, if you do need help, I'm hearing when you need help. Which is strange, because it's like you have this confidence level. Not so much confidence level, you have this level of know-how where it doesn't seem like you need help with anything, but apparently you may feel like you do. At any point in time, if you need help, if you need guidance, if you need support, it's like you know who you can come home to ask for the next steps or point you in a safe direction. But again, with the youth being here, they give you an option and point you in the direction, but they leave it up to you of which way you're gonna go. It's possibly why you like them supporting you, because you also have triumphant success and destiny here. I'm hearing it was destined for you two to meet. Anyway, let me put this down real quick. With triumphant success and destiny, I'm hearing you're on the right path. You're on the right path. You're a success in whatever you put your mind to. Rest assured that you will obtain victory. Whether you know it for certain or not, you keep a positive mindset and mind frame, and knowing things are going to work out for the best. That whatever it is you're after is calling your name and you're destined to do what it is you do, even if it's something you don't know for sure. Yeah, and I'm hearing again, it's destined for you to meet. So whatever this Queen of Earth is in your life, you didn't meet them by chance or coincidence. Because the second time I'm hearing it that you're destined to meet. Destined to meet and guide your way. They're a supporting factor that keeps you going. They are the supporting factor that keeps you going. You have doubts that nobody knows about, unconscious fears. Wait, a safe what? But knowing that you have a safe support system you can rely on helps spur you the rest of the way, keep you aiming ahead instead of having you double back. So whatever it is you're doing right now, you are meant to be doing it. And it's not that you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't have the Queen of Earth. It's just that you wouldn't make it so far, so fast, without having them by your side and in your corner, supporting you. Because from the moment you had their support, you may have been moving at a faster pace than we have been before. Because remember, I said in your environment, you're being challenged. Your perception is growing, it's changing. You're seeing things from more objective point of view, like you're an outsider looking in. Your level of thinking have advanced leaps and bounds, and I'm not saying it's because of them. I'm not saying it's solely because of them, but they are a significant contributing factor, apparently. And if you had doubts about the role they play in your life, this is just confirmation that you two were meant to meet, and this person was meant to help guide you along the way with what it is you're doing, or the person is you're trying to become. But anyway, Aquarius, this is what I have for you. I do hope you enjoyed the reading, and if you did, please do like and subscribe to the channel, as there will be more videos to come. And that being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Aquarius.